for Lauren DeLeon. And looks like Abigail Jennings will check out for Marion. And they bring back in Poston. Second shot missed. Kerrigan Bailey comes down with the board, and Owens gets fouled after Bailey hands the ball off to her, and that's should do it from this one. 50-42, and now Owens will come down to the other end to shoot 2 free throws.
They had a prime chance to foul Carrington Bailey there and just passed it up.
Yeah, Kerrigan had it down there with the board, but again, just not quick enough there to get it in time. 24.9 seconds on the clock. 50-42 Cats as Owens steps back to the line. Again, this Bearcat team averaging right at 52 points a game. First free throw up. Now they're one make away from getting to their average on the year. But again, in Southwest District play, they were averaging close to 62 points a game. So this is a little bit of a fall off after the break. But the good thing is this team seems to play better when they're playing a lot of games. So hopefully with this tournament getting going and you got regionals coming up, they can sort of get warmed up. But we definitely saw a cold team throughout the majority of this one through 3 quarters. Then they kind of woke up in the second. Owens makes a second free throw, and an errant pass forces Jennings to try to save it out of bounds and throws it to nobody. Nothing she could do about that one. It's a 10-point lead for the Cats as they'll get it back after the turnover from Marion.
Just a fun fact for you, Dylan.
Sidnor checks back in for DeLeon for these final 24 seconds.
The Bearcats are 8 for 10 on their last free throw shots.
It's a difference. Owens dribbles it up through the double team, and another foul out near half court with 19.3 seconds. Owens will go back to the line. 52-42 the score. So if you're Coach Timmons, you're going to have several takeaways from this one. We'll hit on this in the post game, but definitely got to be happy with the way this fourth quarter is sort of wrapped up after 3 quarters of just kind of sleepwalked. First free throw up and in, 53-42. Cat lead now to 11. Sidnor checks out, and in comes DeLeon.
Do another fun fact? 7 straight from the line.
Free throw up and missed. You jinxed it.
Wasn't me.
Rebound goes to Marion as Jennings comes down the floor. She's at the top of the key. 3-pointer up and short. Lee comes down with the board and a foul underneath on Billings with 10.7 seconds. Just letting Owens sort of have a good time at the line at this point, right? It's an 11-point lead. Owens will go to the line. Actually, looks like Lee will go to the line after coming down with the board. So this one was not pretty.
Not by any means, Dylan.
For either team, really, but Marion scrapped. They were in this thing. Led 34-32 going into the fourth quarter as Lee makes the first free throw, and it's 54-42, and we have mass substitution here for the Cats as all the starters come off except for Sidnor. Kerrigan Bailey comes off along with Lauren DeLeon, Taylor Owens, and Jada Campbell. Maya Lee still at the line, so we've got 2 starters, original starters in, but the rest of the young group is a free throw up and in. 55-42, Cats lead by 13. Now Brianna Owens checks in for Amaya Lee. So on the floor for the Cats, Brianna Owens, Kelsey Harrington, Madison Lockhart, Madison Campbell, and Allie Sidnor. 7 seconds on the clock. Marion gets up a last-ditch 3-pointer missed. Brianna Owens comes down with the board, and that will do it here from the Southwest District semifinals. Bearcats win at 55-42 over the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes in a hard-fought win for the Cats and a tough end of the year for Marion as they scrapped and clawed. I mean, this was a team that was 0-2 against the Cats on the year and had lost by nearly 20 in the first 2 outings. This was a team that had a mission tonight, and they almost came away with an upset here in Bristol.
Sure, almost at it. I mean, and some of the stat lines tonight, you're going to be pretty impressive when we come back from the break of how they overcome what it was to be where they were. And just the post presence, they did a good job forcing Virginia High to take shots they didn't want to take, and just a great job by them to fight there all the way to the end.
Let's take a look at the quarter breakdown for the Bearcats. First quarter, they finished with a 14-5 advantage over Marion. Marion won the second quarter, however, 14-6, and only trailed Virginia High 20-19 going in to the halftime intermission. In the third quarter, Marion took the lead. And by the end of that one, they outscored the Cats 15-12 in the third and led 34-32 coming in to the final 8 minutes of the ball game. And that's when Virginia High sort of finally got going offensively. They outscored Marion in that fourth quarter 23-8 to come away with the win. And the Cats only had 20 points in the whole first half combined, so they had more points in the fourth period than they did in that whole first half. So got to be happy with the way the thing ended up. But all in all, you're going to have to play. The big stressing point is, you're going to have to take advantage of those early turnovers and be able to finish with points. But we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back to wrap this one up as the Cats win at 55-42, and they'll be heading into the championship game on Saturday at 2 o'clock from the Bearcat Den. They'll face either Tazewell or Lebanon here in Bristol. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here to wrap this one up.
They'll challenge your authority because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
Welcome back from the Bearcat Den as the Lady Cats come away with a 55-42 win over the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes. They move to 13-9 on the year and stay undefeated in Southwest District play, now 1-0 in the playoffs as they will make an appearance in the championship game on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. here from the Bearcat Den. Again, they'll play either Tazewell or Lebanon, who are warming up in front of us as we speak. Again, just a hard-fought game this afternoon for the Cats. And we'll go to Mark real quick for a couple of stats, and you're going to be slightly surprised.
So Virginia High tonight shot 14 of 21 from the line at one point. Had made 7 straight before missing one when closing it off. So was 9 for their last 10. Marion, though, on the other hand, 6 of 14. Turnover margin tonight, Marion, 29 turnovers. And Virginia High capitalizing on 19 points off those 29 turnovers. Not the best margin that you want there, but definitely something you can build on. Turnovers for Virginia High, 12 points, only allowing 5 points off turnovers by Marion. And a lot of those turnovers actually turned into turnovers on the other end from Marion. So it was kind of a give and take there on that side, only allowing 5 points there. Great defensive effort tonight by the Bearcats. The quicker hands usually wins the ball game. That's what happened tonight, Dylan.
And those stats sort of different. We're not used to seeing those kind of numbers as far as in the turnover category, and for the game to be that close. I mean, Marion led going into the fourth period, and they fought hard in this one. All right, Mark, we don't really have player stats, but okay, give us your player of the game. I think I already have an idea, but
Tom Brady. I'm kidding. No, Jada Campbell. Jada Campbell did a great job tonight. She kept the Cats in the game, consistently scored left and right. Honorable mention, though, Amaya Lee just came up big every time the Cats needed her to. Had a different gear and was just the fastest player on the court. Don't know if that makes you player of the game, but definitely did a great job extending the game and making the Cats be where they needed to at the end.
Yeah, and really hitting shots at the right time when you're talking about Jada. Every time Marion seemed to answer, she would come down and hit a three, and also Taylor came alive there in that second half of action. So the Cats will continue their postseason run again where they were the regular season champs. Really didn't even have to win tonight to make it to region. But, hey, you're going to be playing in the championship game, and you might be getting to play against Lebanon for a fourth time, and those have been real barn burners. So it could be a fun one to catch on Saturday at 2:30 here from the Den. So that could possibly be a fun one. But, again, Tazewell looking to pull off an upset here in this semifinal game, again from the Den. So Cats come away with a 55-42 win here. They've now won 5 in a row and 6 of their 6 straight home games for the Bearcats, now 9-4 at home. They'll have one more home game at least before region play starts, and it looks like they're going to be hosting in the regions as well. And got an announcement to make for that one. We will be broadcasting that game for the region. I don't know the time of the game or the opponent yet. We won't know that. But we do know this. Mark will be doing play-by-play, and Coach Sidnor will be doing color commentating. So it'll be a new experience for you because I'll be in class.
Be easy on us, folks. Be easy on us.
And a big regional playoff game for you to really just get you warmed up, get you up and going for the playoffs.
Get you feeling good.
Get the blood pressure going for you. But we still are trying to figure out what we're going to do about Saturday for the broadcast, but just stay tuned for updates on our social media. Again, at Twitter, you can follow us at VHS Bearcat Radio, and on Facebook, just search Bearcat Radio and like our page, and you can keep up to date with all the games we'll be broadcasting live here from Virginia High. Also, we released the baseball schedule on Twitter, so just go on there and sort of scroll down the feed. You'll come across it at some point.
Go to our media page. It'll be a lot quicker than scrolling through the feed, I believe. But.
Yeah, just go to the media section there on Twitter. Go to the pictures, the wall photos there on Facebook. So definitely a fun time, though. We're hitting playoff time. We're getting ready for the summertime to hit. Baseball season will get started before long. We'll be over at Boyce Cox Field.
Nothing better than a Boyce Cox hot dog.
We'll see how that goes, right? But basketball here, we still got work to do for it, so just stay tuned on social media. And, again, this second game, just keep up with it on either of the team's Twitters. I think are pretty good keeping up to date with Lebanon and Tazewell. I know the Lady Bulldogs have a Twitter account, so follow it for updates. We will not be broadcasting this one, but, again, stay tuned for the game on Saturday. But we're guaranteed we're broadcasting on Tuesday night because of Mark and Coach Sidnor are going to fill in.
Don't worry, folks. I'll be a fan favorite.
So the Bearcats move on. They'll be playing in the championship game as they come away with a 55-42 win over the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes here in the semifinal. And we hope to see you Saturday afternoon if the broadcast is on. Let's go off the air, and good night from Bristol.
And good night. God bless, and go Cats. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
It's time for Virginia High basketball. Tip-off.